It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers' Offensive Player of the Year. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Boom. That pass is caught by Hardy. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Looking to throw. Boom. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Boom. It's hauled in by Hardy. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. He goes once again right back to Hardy. It's safe to say the passing game is finally rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Payne. He's got it complete to Perkins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Payne. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down. The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Payne. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On 3rd down, Payne. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. No score after one on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number two, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Booth.
They'll get that complete to Albert O.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Looking to throw. Booth. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That'll be a big loss on the play there. An absolute disaster, really. 1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Booth. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Payne. He finds McCoy. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Booth. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing on first down. Payne. Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Deshaun Watson on fire. 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go with Perkins again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Payne, complete to Bryant. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Payne looking left side, and he's got him in. That's McCoy. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the bootleg. Payne. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, Perkins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Back to throw. And Thomas has it. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
So it tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. To throw on 3rd down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Perkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Payne. He finds his man. Complete. It's McCoy. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they look to throw. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Give up the middle to Perkins. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A handoff to Perkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Carolina, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.